Day 78, October 18th. Finished primering the whole house. So the whole house is bright white. The fresh drywall really took it well. It soaked in and dried really fast. Looks really good, really smooth everywhere. So this is the living room. Going into the kitchen. This is all pretty much dry already. And it's really smooth, came out well. Just did the mudroom, so this is probably all shiny and wet still. That came out pretty good. I didn't tape off the window, so I didn't go all the way up, as you can probably see a difference in that. We'll tape them off and do a better paint for real. Got the little bathroom done. That was smooth. Painted the door jamb in the door. This door was pretty beat up and rough, so I just primered it. We're gonna paint them all a different white anyway. The hallway did pretty good. You can see it's more of a yellowish right now because that wood is still bleeding through, so this is gonna need at least one more coat. I'm hoping it gets cleaned up a little better. From what I can see in the video, it's actually looking a little better than it does in person, but you can see all the black lines and still a lot of color in there that I'm gonna have to change the direction of the paint gun. I went up and down on it this time. I'll go side to side to try to get in those grooves a little differently. It's funny how some of the wood, well, that wood is actually a piece Elizabeth replaced and it was white already. So we're thinking within a couple coats, that's what it's gonna look like. My spray paint is still bleeding through, so you can see it needs obviously another coat, but from a rough look at it, this is kind of what it looks like now. And then the office, that fresh drywall came out really good. The fireplace and the bookshelves came out pretty good. This drywall here got a really heavy yellowish to it that's kind of bleeding through. I don't know if you can see it. It's not really drying all that well, and it's definitely going to need another coat. Let's see, the stairs came out really well. The master bedroom, everything was pretty smooth in that. Came out pretty good. There's some dirt smudges there. I don't know if the camera can see it like I can, but I think this is pretty much all these new ones. This new drywall, we do not need to primer again. It's just ready for paint. I just wanted to do this because the drywall just soaks up paint on the first go, and it needs that to kind of get a base so the color stands out right, properly I should say. But up here, so my little beadboard project, that came out really good. It's actually a lot cleaner looking than the old wood. I'm hoping, I know that this 100-year-old wood will never look as clean as 5-day-old beadboard, but it'll clean up. The upstairs, these rooms that are a combination of this old wood paneling, that stuff, it's just such a laminate on it. It takes several coats, but then, you know, the rest of the drywall in here is perfect. And then same with this. Looks really good against the wood though. I mean, once we get these colors cleaned up, it's gonna look great. This was the roughest room. This was that old wood paneling, you know, beadboard wood paneling, and it was a dark green. And you can see the primer's doing its job. It's putting a coat on it, but it certainly is going to need more than this. It's maybe an old oil-based paint, but primer's doing its job. So it was never meant to look finished with this. It's a very thin coat just to get something to adhere to. So pretty awesome. The house looks totally different. And we are heading home today. Come back and probably re-primer the whole house tomorrow again. Not the fresh drywall, but all of this. And then hopefully after one more coat of primer, we're ready for our actual paint.